And there's a look at a rather large line of people waiting to get into the CN Tower. And that would be the South Core skyline. And hello there. Today is Thursday, January 4th. The time, well, I can't see my watch. My sleeve is covering my arm, is 1:51 p.m. and the temperature is around -4 degrees Celsius. And that would make this the coldest day of the year so far. Although I guess we're only a few days into the new year. I was just in the area. In fact, I was just over in the rec room. I had lunch and played a few games. So I thought for this one, we'd head around some of Toronto's major tourist attractions, and then I would make my way along Bremner Boulevard, heading east and then probably north up towards the financial district, finishing up at a subway station eventually. But even on a freezing cold weekday afternoon, this area is quite busy. I think admission to the CN Tower is around $44 for adults. It's a little less for seniors and kids. And you can reserve it with a timed entry. And right next door to the CN Tower is Ripley's Aquarium of Canada, which I think is priced very similarly. Fortunately, the wind chill doesn't appear to be too strong. It's -4, but it doesn't feel too cold. At least not relative to some of the colder days we had towards the end of last year. And it looks like they had a small Christmas market of sorts set up at the base of the CN Tower. I remember once upon a time there used to be a mini golf there. There's some raccoon art. I'm not a fan of all the all-glass towers, but I quite like how the South Core looks. I quite like how the South Core looks from this vantage point. Again, there's the aquarium. And this is where the Salmon Run fountain used to be, or I guess it still is, but it's currently under a revitalization with the SkyDome right behind it. There's a crossing of sorts right here. I like how it says pedestrians yield to traffic. You'd think in such a high traffic area, pedestrian-wise, it would be the other way around. There are 3 major attractions right there. The SkyDome, the CN Tower, Ripley's, and the rec room. That's a large Dave and Buster's style establishment. You can play a lot of arcade games. And to be honest, the restaurant is just kind of mediocre. Most entrees are about $20. It's part of the Roundhouse here. Which also features a steam whistle brewing, which is quite excellent. And here's the big turntable where locomotives would be spun around and loaded into the different repair garages. I remember at one point where the rec room is, there was a Leon's furniture store. That's a view up towards the financial district. It's like being in a mini rail museum around these parts. There used to be 2 roundhouses down here. And of course, Lake Ontario is just off in that direction. And in the summertime, there's a little train that runs around this property. I think kids might get a kick out of. I think I'm going to slip a glove onto my right hand. I accidentally shut off my camera. I apologize for that. This street here is Lower Simcoe Street. There's not too many cyclists out using these bike lanes. And this is east on the south side of Bremner Boulevard. And straight ahead is the Scotiabank Arena. 20 years ago, this area was mostly just parking lots. The entire, not just neighborhood, but district of the city has sprung up. That'll lead you down towards the ICE condos. And this is York Street, and just on the other side of York Street, Bremner Boulevard becomes Raptors Way, named after the somewhat recent Raptors NBA championship run. So Love Park is just south of here. But let's get a reprieve from the freezing cold. This building on the left is connected to the path system. I haven't been through Maple Leaf Square in a while.
Girl, you're so ungrateful.
There's a Longo's supermarket.
She's just like
Well, that Sport Check is open. I'll probably come do a video checking out the Path Network in the South Quarter. But Maple Leaf Square is just over there. Well, let's head up. And there is the biggest sports bar in the city. They've got that giant screen in the center. Remember one year the Raptors were playing the Cavaliers in the playoffs, and LeBron and the Cavs watched out of town NBA playoff games from there. There's an entrance to some of the executive suites at the Scotiabank Arena. And from one big sports venue to another, there's the SkyDome straight ahead. And you get a neat reflection of the CN Tower off of that building. Thank you. So according to the forecast, it's going to hit -7 today. And Saturday might get as cold as -10. That's Bay Street straight ahead. They're blasting that music. It's the new food area. There's another much bigger food court. Just over by York Street. Well, that's new. So this is Union Station. I think what I'll do is I'll head up to Front Street and then maybe we'll walk up University Avenue. All right, let's head over this way. That's where we just came from. CN Tower, Ripley's Aquarium, Rogers Center. Whoops, SkyDome. You know, I'm a bit under the weather when I'm mispronouncing the stadium name by so much. That would be why I sound a bit nasally. There's that indoor roller skating rink up ahead. I've already snuck into there to get a view in a prior video. I don't think I'll push my luck twice. Here we are in the Great Hall. At the heart of Toronto's busiest train station. In fact, it's the busiest one in the entire country. Back out into the freezing cold. There's the Fairmont Royal York. And that's the foot of University Street right there. I'll be walking up University. And I'll look south down York Street. There's a Billy Bishop shuttle bus that'll take you to the airport. I think you do need proof of a flight. I wonder if anyone's ever bought a cancelable flight just to show them to get on the airport shuttle. I could have done this entire walk pretty much entirely indoors from where I started at the Skywalk and walked over and connected to the path. But where's the fun in that? So this is north up the east side of University Avenue, which flanks the western edge of the financial district. And this is Wellington Street. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make a right at King Street and I'll head over to King Station. I do have plans to do a walk up University Avenue in the somewhat near future. So we'll just cover a few blocks of it. If you couldn't have guessed, this one is entirely unplanned. I just thought I'm in the area and I have my camera with me. And once I go home, I'm not likely to come back out. Seeing as I don't exactly feel like $1 million right now. And you can head down to a food court there at 145 King. And make your way over into St. Andrew Station. Let's head along King. That streetcar will be turning around at Roncesvalles in Queen. And there's a 503 Kingston Road streetcar. It'll be going all the way up to Main Street Station, or rather to a loop near Victoria Park. It's the 506 that goes up to Main Street Station. So if you're wondering where the heck all the people are, well, it is a Thursday afternoon in early January. There's still a lot of people off. Also, there's an entire underground network. The path that connects most of these office buildings, as well as all the subway stations in the area. Let's look over at the TD Center. And the building I used to work at, First Canadian Place, which is, at least for now, still officially the tallest building in the country. There's two more under construction right now that'll be taller, and several more proposed that'll be taller. It'll probably lose that title later this year, or at the very least, it'll lose it in 2025. Which is kind of surprising. It is not a true super tall. Super tall being over 1,000 feet. I think it's 978 meters. Sorry, 978 feet. This is King and Bay.
Sifting through those fears and
They have these traffic constables out, as these intersections along King can be a gong show, particularly around rush hour. And just south of here is Union Station, where I was not too long ago. Often if you're going to King Station, This is where you want to get off the streetcar. It's the Bay Street stop. But it's quicker to get off here and just walk to the station and get off at Yonge Street, where you might get held up by the lights coming up. And a look up at what was the second tallest building in the city for quite a while, Scotia Plaza. In fact, I think it still is. And the Art Deco Commerce Court North on the right. Formerly the tallest building in the British Commonwealth. And you can see what I mean. Had I have, or you have gotten off of the streetcar at Bay Street and just walked this way, you'd be at the subway already. Look at these people trying to board. This is not where you board the streetcar. Now they realized where they aired. This is Yonge Street. So I could have gone down into King Station right there, but we're going to go into this entrance.
Like if Alyssa was in the beaches and she had like
And I cannot see when the next train is, but I hope you enjoyed this random and impromptu walk from the SkyDome and CN Tower over to King Station on what is the coldest day of the year so far. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support the channel, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description, and that delay won't be affecting me. And there is a super thanks button appearing below if you wish to say thanks that way. I think the train is rolling in. Anywho, thank you for watching. And stay warm, stay safe. And don't do what I did and get out and walk around in the freezing cold when you're a bit under the weather. And I will catch you on the next one.
Line 1, 430. Please stand clear of the doors. Next station is Queen Station.
Yoink.